Hey guys, welcome to Double Take, our review show. Today we have...
Batman Arkham Oranges.
Yes, oranges. What?
Oranges. Origins. Batman Arkham Origins. But it's the third title in the Batman Arkham series of games, actually. So there was Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and then now Arkham Origins. And it focuses on a prequel storyline to Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So it's actually before those two.
Yeah. So as the game progresses, you get a closer look on how things came to be for the Cape Crusader in his earlier years.
So it's kind of interesting in that regard. People aren't so afraid of him as they are in the later games. In Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, you just show up and people are like, "Oh no, it's Batman!" But in this one, it's like, "What's that? Oh, who is that? He's a monster!" Blah blah blah. So it's like they don't really know who he is.
Yeah, and his relationship with Alfred is kind of strained because he knows that he's Batman, but he's just gotten into it. He's not really approving.
So he's like, do you really need to go out and fight people?
It's Christmas Eve. Come on.
Batman's like, "Shut up, Alfred." But it's Christmas Eve, yeah. So Black Mask has hired 8 assassins to kill Batman. So they're all in Gotham City and they're all going after him. And it actually takes place in Gotham City. It's something that's very interesting that I should mention right away. Batman was voiced by Kevin Conroy in both the animated series and in City and Asylum because he's Batman. And when you hear his voice, it's like he's Batman. And when I played this game, I actually couldn't really tell because I was playing it. I didn't really notice, and then halfway through my playing, I was like, "Wait a sec, that's not Kevin Conroy." It's
if you guys don't know, Keys is actually a big fan in terms of like voice acting.
Oh,
stuff.
right, yeah. Well,
So
my dad's a voice actor.
yes.
So, and I've gotten into it a little bit, and then Mark Hamill, who did the Joker, is actually not here anymore either. So
Yeah.
Batman's voiced by Roger Craig Smith, who is actually Ezio in Assassin's Creed.
And then you have Troy Baker as Joker, who was Booker in the BioShock Infinite series.
The gameplay is pretty much the same as the previous 2 titles. Now you played Asylum.
I just only played Asylum. Yep, I didn't really get a chance to get into City at all. So picking this up and being able to play is cool.
Yeah, so it's the same mechanic. They have the free flow system, so you wail on people until somebody comes up and is like, "Oh, they're attacking you," and then you have to press counter. So it's kind of just this like you press the right button at the right time, which we'll get into why I find that kind of annoying. But most of the upgrades are present from the previous games,
Which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Like in Arkham Asylum, you don't do a lot of grappling and then gliding, which was something that was prominent in Arkham City.
right?
Which I didn't know about because I didn't play. So when they told me about the grapnel accelerator when I'm jumping off bridges and onto like rooftops, I was like, "Whoa, this is awesome!"
Yeah, so you actually start out with the accelerator. That's when you grapnel on something and then you double press A and then you go whoosh and over it and then glide. That sound effect really helped with it, I'm sure. But the map, which is Gotham City, it's actually 2 times bigger than Arkham City. And there's a ton more verticality, so there's like way taller buildings and stuff, so you can actually just like grapnel up, keep going up, and then like glide across the entire city. So it's actually like a huge sandbox, which is pretty cool. You can't help noticing that, like, playing Assassin's Creed and stuff, like there's actually like you look at the map and you're like, this could actually be like a real city. Like,
Yeah.
Like there's all these tons of side streets, and actually like the scale of it kind of looks like almost real city. And same in like GTA or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, GTA 5 is supposed to like it's
LA,
a massive
yeah.
map, but like playing those games and then like looking at the map for Gotham City is like, this looks like a small town. I mean, like when you're in it, you look around, you're like, oh, it's a giant city, but really the scale of it, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem as big. But maybe that's just me. How far did you get in the game?
I actually got right up to the point where you're supposed to find the penguin, but for some reason the game just stopped randomly. Like the music kept going, I pressed the Xbox home button, the menu still popped up, so the game technically wasn't frozen, it was just blank for 15 minutes. I was like, I need to sleep now. It's like 3 a.m.
My game actually did that too, but I took it one step further and restarted the Xbox. But the campaign is short, like the other ones. I mean, I haven't actually played the whole thing, but from what I hear, it's about 12 hours. When I play games, I like to play the campaign. I mean, multiplayer is kind of like an afterthought for me. Like with first-person shooters like Battlefield and stuff, like that's super fun playing with people.
Yeah, because that's a big multiplayer-based operation.
Yeah, but what I love about games is the story. So it kind of annoys me with this game a little bit in that the campaign is sort of short, and then they try to make that up with challenges and training and stuff. So actually in this game, the training area is in the Batcave. And yes, you can walk around in the Batcave. There's you have your Bat Jet or what? Dang it.
I don't know. Remember
Batwing.
The Batwing, yeah.
Bat Jet.
And then they had the bat suit chamber where it came up from the ground, and the Batman suit was in the glass. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can actually kind of like walk around and hang out in your Batcave because, you know, I just play it just to hang out in there because it's just a really cool space. Actually, you see your Batmobile in the Batcave and like partially constructed. It's like you look at it in detective mode and it says mobile assault vehicle or something. Challenges and training, they try to make up the short try to make up for the short campaign with the challenges and training, which I kind of find annoying, but that's just me. I mean, like Wheels, for example, he loves collecting all the trophies and the physical challenges. We were talking to him about this, but
yeah, we had a big debate over it.
Huge debate
right before we actually filmed this.
Feelings
Wheels
were hurt.
Feelings were hurt. Wheels was like, well, but what about this one and this one? And we're like, yeah.
Okay, so on to combat, the free flow system. So it's basically the same.
Pretty much the same, yep. Aside from a few different animations with like finishers and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
And once you especially start fighting the boss fights and stuff, it kind of starts to feel like a Prince of Persia / Force Unleashed thing where it's like, it's a cutscene, and then to make the cutscene keep going, you have to press X, and as a big X comes up, it's like, press this.
Cutscenes with buttons.
I mean, it's super cool to watch Batman fighting Deathstroke. Like, that's what I got to. I got up to where you fight Deathstroke. I won't tell you where it is or anything. Hopefully that's not a spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
But maybe. Like watching the fight is like, wow, this is a super cool fight. But it's like after a while, it's like, okay, so this is a cutscene, and I'm pressing buttons once in a while. In terms of combat, pretty similar to the previous ones.
And the whole detective mode where you go to crime scenes, you know, look at case files. You have the evidence scanner. And the one thing that I really liked, which I don't remember in Arkham Asylum, was you were able to visually recreate what happened at the scene of the crime.
Right.
And then if you were gonna look for certain things like lost evidence, you could scrub through the replay that was recreated for you and like go through it in slow motion to find, say, you know, something that was thrown against the wall, then like shattered against something else and bounced off into. Anyways, that was pretty cool. I thought that feature was really neat.
That was pretty cool. I mean, like, when I was playing it, I was like, how is this even possible to like reconstruct the fact that this guy got blown over here?
Batman
from the
is
shrapnel.
a psychic.
Yeah, well, regardless of the realism of it, it was kind of a cool little feature. How'd you think it looked?
I actually thought the gameplay looked just as good as the cinematics. I'm not too sure whether or not they changed anything within the game engine or whatever. Arkham Asylum was still on the 360, so we're still playing on the same hardware. I felt the gameplay was just as good as cinematics.
It's still, I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's Xbox 360. Okay, enjoyment. So how'd you like the game, Jay?
It was moderately fun. I mean, at a certain point, combat got a bit like repetitive, like a bit uninteresting. Where I ended up, XX. Y, X, X, B, turn off my brain, sort of.
I mean, that's what you look like when you're playing a video game anyways.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, the crime scene scrubbing, I actually really enjoyed that, so I'm glad they put that in.
For me, I find the combat really fun. Like just the parts where you're just in a ton of people and they're just surrounding you and you're just like, all right, let's do this. And there's like, you just like start like dealing out pain. Like that's really cool to me.
It kind of reminded me of like a Jackie Chan movie where he's like going to save the day, but there's like 15 different criminals he's got to go against. And what I'm trying to say is Batman is Jackie Chan.
It was really fun flying around the city for me, like, grappling on stuff, going around, gliding. Like that's really fun. The ability to get around the environment like that. It's a sandbox, but to me it just didn't seem like as good of a sandbox as other sandbox games. So it's like it was just that little bit missing. Like Assassin's Creed has that, and GTA have the giant map. Skyrim, it's like, okay, those are sandbox games that you can run around. But this is like, it's kind of like they took a platformer level centric game and just kind of put it in an open area. But but I would rather have them like not spend so much time on like, oh, I'm gonna collect all the Riddler stuff and just put more time into the campaign and make a better story. But it's hugely replayable.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all the different story modes. You've got, you can start new game plus, where you can have all your unlocked gadgets and like powers and whatnot.
So once you beat the game, you can play it again with all your gadgets.
Then there's challenge mode, and then if you got like
I Am the Night mode.
I Am the Night mode, where if you beat the game completely,
if you beat New Game Plus
completely, you would get I Am the Night mode, where Batman has no saves and just one life.
So you basically have to do the whole thing in one run.
Yeah.
Basically, like, if you want to keep playing that same gameplay of, like, guys are coming at me, bam, 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 and getting better at that, then, yeah, it's hugely replayable.
Yep.
Okay, so what would you give this game, Jack?
I would give it 3.5 Mohawks out of 5.
You're rating in Mohawks, eh?
Yeah, rating in Mohawks.
Okay, well, I guess I'll rate in hipster glasses since I have crazy hipster glasses. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 hipster glasses. So yeah, overall, pretty good game, but for me, leave something to be desired. All right, thanks for watching our double take review of Batman Arkham Oranges, guys. Oranges? Pick up Origins. If you've picked up Arkham Oranges, you've got the wrong game. Take it back and ask for Origins. This is actually a much better than the citrus version. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.